teach you a new school.
Oh,
And then you got to do your video.
I know. Whoops, I gotta tell you, we're not ready. Okay, it's supposed to be on here. You can start talking.
Oh, they can hear us again.
Yeah. So anyway, Sid, I was thinking to myself the other day, and background conversations and some fingers and things like that going on.
There
So
we
let's
go.
see if we're live here. That's the big thing.
I don't think it's.
Oh,
It's time for Animaniacs, and we're zany to the max. So just sit back and relax, you'll laugh when you can laugh. We're Animaniacs, we're Animaniacs, totally insane. Here's the show's namey, Pinky and the Brainy, Cockamamie, Ramada Strainy. Animaniacs, those are the facts.
Hey, hey! Welcome everybody.
Soon that song's gonna be stuck in my head.
I
It's
know.
going to be stuck in your head. There's no question.
it's already.
It's
stuck
one of
in. I
those.
just love
It's
it.
one of those songs. Yep, it's
Yeah.
perfect. All right, ladies and
right.
gentlemen. Hope you had a good day. It is now. Somebody said this. We're in week 7 of this. I have no idea.
Well, I think it depends on also where you live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and your
Right.
mental state. For me, it's about 14.
It
weeks.
is May 1st, which that's
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got here. We got to May.
yeah. It's the fourth Friday of the week. I mean, it's like,
Oh,
you know,
I'm like,
I mean, it's
no,
like,
it was.
I'm
I don't know.
Lost.
Weigh in on this as you come in. It's like, what day are you stuck on? To me, it's always what do I say? Saturdays,
It's
right?
a Saturday.
It
It-
usually
no,
feels like a Saturday.
I
Every
think
day
it feels
feels
like
like
a
a Saturday.
Sunday.
Yeah, or Sundays to
Yeah,
you? What does
yeah.
it feel like to you?
Feels
What
like a
day?
Sunday.
See, I feel like a Saturday because I don't have
Yeah.
any homework or like things like that.
Yeah, so it's
Right.
weird. Yeah, but we're figuring this thing out. Now, Florida just announced they're going to make some changes. So
right.
the
But
restaurant.
Ohio expanded it. Like Andrew was just saying that. It's
extended it, you
Or
mean.
extended it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So it's going to last even longer.
Yeah, which is just really insane.
Right.
Till
right.
May what? 19th? Was that it?
You
For
know
Ohio,
what?
I don't know.
thought it was like May 29th.
Somebody from Ohio
but
can
it was
weigh
long.
in and tell us that. So
Here's
we
what
have
I-
no idea.
Right. Exactly. We
so-
actually had quite a day. Here, I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
show you a picture of Sydney's day yesterday.
Yeah, here was the day we had.
This is it. This
Here
is
we
our
go.
day.
Put it up. Yep. That's the Florida kitchen. That's it.
Sydney was just having one of those days.
Beth, if you're watching, Beth Atwood, she ran 1 mile, and that was the results after.
Feedback. She was
We just lay on
exhausted.
the cold floor.
So
It's
Sydney
brutal.
was doing her homework, and then she was also she's signing up for classes for the summer. And anyhow, we found out she doesn't have any. They weren't giving her any of the Florida financial aid because they give that for being a resident down here. But anyhow, it wasn't available. I had to go fill out paperwork. But there's this one thing I have to fill out.
Oh, yeah.
And this applies. Just once, I want a username and a password prompt to say close enough. Oh my word.
so true.
This, every time I have to go into this, I go crazy. The passwords never work. I have to try to change them. You know how that all goes.
And then
Oh,
you'll
Lord.
start it, and then it'll be like, oh, password didn't work, and then you have to start over, don't you?
Exactly. And then it has 2 passwords because it's about Sydney. So I have to
Oh,
go in and
Lord.
change a password for her, change a password for me.
Plus, we've
I
been
know.
applying for other stuff with the government, trying to figure that out. It's like,
Yeah.
so yeah. I had to fill out a form for the government the other day, and it took me forever to get on. To get this grant, for our ministry. And so it took us forever to get on. When I finally get on, I'm filling it out. I don't even think she knows this. And it was like midnight by the time, and I think I'd probably tried it 25 or 30 times throughout the day to get onto this thing because it's all clogged with people.
Right.
When I finally get on and fill out my name, I got everything right. And when I look at it, I take a screenshot of it after I've already hit enter. My last name is Pajeters.
Pajeters. He is Jim Pajeters.
Jim Pajeters.
So
Pejeters.
we'll refer to him as that from now on.
Yep, Jim
Oh.
Pajeters.
Jim Pajeters.
Will they even accept that?
Well,
They did.
Well, we didn't hear back from them, so there's a
Oh,
good
there you go.
Either that or
There
we're going
you
to start
go.
getting mail. Dear Mr. Pajeters.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh.
All right. Is anybody there? There's it's showing people, but I don't see any comments. Just
Jim,
see people say
you check
hi.
on
Oh, yeah, we
I
got them.
know.
Your comments isn't on.
I know.
So
Well,
something's wrong with your comments.
I know. Technical difficulties.
Oh, Patty, it came in. I think we're going to be able to get it up, but I'll just have to read it is what I'll do.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Herb, Paul Koblars, yeah, let's see. Susan Wells is on. Who is going to cut your hair, Jim? A bird is going to nest in that.
I know.
You're not getting them, huh?
I'm not getting them.
Oh, okay. Michael Scott says Jim gets stuck looking for any key to continue. Yes, that's a good word. Looking for any key to continue. That's
tried
good
on
stuff.
your phone.
Yeah. You'll have to plumb up there.
That's
Linda, Jim, your hair looks like bed hair. Sonny should be able to curl it now. Just get the curling iron. I know this got like 4 products in it, trying to get it to stand up.
Straighten his hair.
We should straighten it.
Yeah,
That'd be a
you don't
little
really have
scary.
to straighten it. It's kind of already straight on its own.
You could
so.
curl it.
Yeah.
I think I could give him like a bouffant. Remember bouffants? I think you could do
Or
a
pompadour, you mean?
I
Was
don't
it
know what a
meant a
pompadour is.
pompadour? That was the Elvis
I
thing where
meant
it
for
went
like
up and...
women's hair.
Oh,
The
yeah, that
bouffant,
thing.
like,
Yeah.
you know.
That's true. That would
Yeah.
work. I'll leave these kind of up here, Hen, so
All
you can
right.
see them too.
Well, she's gonna. Also
Oh,
pull
okay,
them up.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff.
So the kidney stone. We're
Yeah,
we're
update
gonna
on the kidney
Yeah,
stone.
we're gonna do, as you know. Here they go.
Pebbles
We're
and
gonna
Bam
do
Bam.
Pebbles and Bam Bam.
They're
We named them.
asleep, so we're very happy they're asleep at this
Yes,
present
they're not
time.
joking.
They're not kicking.
I haven't had blood in my you-know-what for a while, for a couple of days. I've had
That
that,
was too
free.
TMI.
Yeah, probably, but that's okay for the medical community that may or may not be watching. And then my surgery is now scheduled for the 19th.
Not till the 19th.
Yeah, so I got to cross my legs and hold on till then. Unless I go in and I'm hemorrhaging, they'll do something about
And
it.
I
but
can't go with them.
yeah, that's really, really weird. So I go
Yeah.
in by myself.
I can wait in my car.
Yeah, and then I walk out to the car by myself like a drunk sailor or a prom
They
date or
probably
something.
wheel you on a wheelchair.
Yeah, just push out there. Here you go, you
Yeah,
old
there you
fart.
go. Do you have a
That's right.
friend?
Did you
Yeah.
Phone
see
a friend.
Rick's
Yeah.
comment?
I
Huh?
might wait for him.
Did you see Rick's comment?
Rick, hey guys, good news. Mom started seeing some color and shadows. Oh, Rick, that's awesome.
Oh,
we prayed for
wow.
his
Yeah.
mom the other day. Well, that is
Wow, that would
amazing.
be distressing.
That's good stuff. Give
Yeah.
some thumbs up to Rick right now if you're watching. We prayed for him. Rick is retired military, Air Force. He's actually a nurse. And
Cool.
great guy. Met him in Germany. I've known him and his kids several years. Just amazing people. So
Right.
we were praying for his mom.
Right, I
Who
remember
had
that.
stroke and stuff. Yep.
Absolutely.
So we're seeing some miracles. That's cool. So
Yeah, that's amazing.
Kathy Somm has joined us, which
Hi,
we're
Kathy.
excited. Kathy, we love her.
love her.
We got some really good
How
reports.
does yours look different than mine?
I don't know, because it's a droid.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably because it's under your account.
Oh, maybe. We have a.
We're having technical difficulties.
We have a lot of really good things. Oh, they're getting some
I
fingers
know,
or some
I
thumbs
can't,
up.
I don't know.
We
which
get
one.
some really good responses on who was your mentor, or who was your influencer, as we used a couple of different words. Hey, one of your favorite people on the planet just said
Aw,
something to you.
Stephanie.
We love Stephanie. She's our favoriteest ever single
She
amputee.
rocks.
She's amazing. She
She's
can
amazing.
run a small country. She got the best post too. You're amazing, Steph. We've been praying for you too, and hope you're doing well during this coronavirus, and you haven't killed your husband or anything at this point. Yeah. Yeah, Linda says bummer hospital in the
Yeah.
middle. What about your ADHD? That's going to be a problem, Linda, as you
Oh.
well know.
Yeah.
As you well know.
Not good.
Not fun.
Not good.
So some great comments came in. We got some great stories. We're going to go through those later tonight.
Well,
we
you
have
know-
some hilarious videos we're going to
Yes, Jim found some. He found some funny stuff.
and we got a video from Sweden. Stay tuned for that. That we're
we
going
can go ahead and play
Oh, you
that.
want to play it?
Yeah,
so
it's
Chester,
pretty funny.
Chester, my buddy in Sweden. Yep.
Well, I was gonna say we told you send stuff to us.
Yeah.
Send more hair pictures if you can imitate Jim's hair. I
Especially
love
the
this.
back. The back is
And
pretty.
remember, go straight. Up,
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
So anyhow, send us. But people send stuff to us. So
Yeah. So this is from Chester from Sweden. He lives in the northern part of Sweden. He is 1 hour from the Arctic Circle. And so he's way the heck up there. But I've known him for probably 20 years. He was a roadie for us. And then he played. We did the coolest tour ever. We did a music tour with a hockey team, or a hockey team with a music tour. I don't know which way you want to call it. But we did Sweden and Finland and Russia. They played hockey games, and then we did concerts after the games. It was really, really
That's really
fun.
cool.
Yeah,
And
that's
Chester was on the team, along with Paul Koblars, a bunch of other guys, and some NHL guys. Really cool, Paul Koblars is. Anyhow, we did that, and so Chester and I have stayed in touch, and so he sent us this video of one of his buddies today.
this just makes me cold.
Yeah, this is
watching it. I gotta
today
say it.
in northern Sweden, so you're going to like this.
Here it goes.
Here it is. There's no real audio.
No.
It's a buddy of his, but
Right.
this is now. Stay on
I
it.
know.
Stay on it, because he
He's
goes
under.
under the ice. Under the ice, and pops up over there.
How? What?
Do it again. Do it
I know,
again, because
I
it's
know.
so
It's
fast.
just- it's wrong.
If you're
It's
cold up there, here it is again. Now, at the very end, you can see him pop up under another chunk of ice.
How
So
would
he
you
goes-
not go like? How would you not die? That has to be.
They're
freezing.
Swedes. They're just permanently cold.
I don't know.
I don't
That's
get
insane.
it. Yeah.
It's insane.
So that's my buddy
I can't
Chester.
Even fathom that. Although I know the cold thing I was telling him is really in, like getting the cold showers, hot to cold. But man, no, that's not for me.
Linda gave us an update too. Aunt Gloria got buried today, but couldn't be there to go. She had to stay at home.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah,
We will miss
funerals,
Gloria.
and people are. I just it was
So
tragic.
we'll be telling Linda's story. That's one of her influencers was her Aunt Gloria and my
Right,
mom, which
right.
was kind of cool.
Papa's
Right.
on and he said hi.
Oh, nice. Nice to have Neil back on. There you go. Neil's got good stuff on his Facebook page. He's crazy.
thank
Mostly
you.
Ohio State stuff. If there isn't a football season, what is that guy going to do?
Oh, Well, he'll just watch old band,
I don't know what he'll
videos.
do. I mean,
He loves
it's
Ohio State band.
this is the end of the world for Neil.
The best damn band.
Best damn band
I
in the
have to say it
land.
like that.
Something like that.
That's
If
their
we said it
title.
wrong, he'll correct us.
He will correct us.
Oh,
That's so
Susan is explaining the Swedish film. The video. So go ahead. What is it? Oh, you want to read it? Oh, Susan says, this is how we bathe on Saturday nights in the Evangelical Fellowship of Canada.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Oh.
that's not for me.
Kathy's talking about Go Bucks, Ohio State. I tell you, Kathy,
Oh,
don't
that's
get,
right. She's Ohio State fan.
don't get my father-in-law
The-
started.
Well, so
Oh,
is
The
man.
Ohio State.
So is Stephanie because she said
Oh, Stephanie's-
Oh, yeah.
Steph,
I didn't
you're
realize
Ohio?
that.
How
You know
was that?
what? Great people come from Ohio. Sydney was born in Ohio.
Well, there's an exception right there.
Don't take
He's
that.
been so mean.
Don't take it.
That's terrible. All right, so we got a lot of great stuff. Really
Yeah.
good show tonight.
Very
really good
good.
show.
Yeah,
Now,
we had
so
some-
today, what did we do today?
Okay, so
Been a very exciting
if
morning.
you guys have been following our Facebook Lives, Jim, on his birthday, we did this scavenger hunt thing, and we went over to his nephew's. And
No, it's not really my nephew.
Well, yes, it is.
Yeah.
We're
Yes,
going to say
it
it is. And by marriage. And anyway, so how old is Elijah? 10.
10.
And he gave him a bet. I'll bet you that if you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and play your French horn, I will give you $50.
Because I thought nothing would be funnier than a French horn being played at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, by a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
Especially if I'm not there.
Jim, he did it. Now, you would think maybe he set his alarm. No, he didn't set his alarm. He actually stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning and played his French horn.
How do we know it was true?
Oh, and then he recorded it.
His sister got up to record it, and she's 8.
Well, and then that's not the only thing, is that his mom and dad started texting us. Now, mind you, I woke up to the text that they're sending us saying, oh my word, we're all awake because of your bet.
I shut my phone off at night.
Sound asleep.
Yeah, baby.
Sound asleep.
Good
I
for you,
almost
David.
woke him up, but
Oh,
then
I
I
would've
thought,
woke him up.
well, but then I thought, if he doesn't sleep, then I pay later. So
Facts.
I did that.
That's fact.
You know
Not true.
what?
That is so
But
true.
so today, Jim was finally well enough to go see Elisha and to give him his money back.
People are talking
So-
on here.
Yeah, I had to pay him today, but I did something very cool. So this was fun. So we videoed it. So we're going to explain. We're going
Here
to
we
let you
go.
see it and start making comments.
Here we
Remember,
go.
you're going for line of the day today. We're doing an assault on a house. This is the house, and I got to pay a kid some money that I owe him, but we're going to prank him. So pay attention. I'm playing music.
What? Get away! Ow! Ow! Get away! This is a bad touch. These two kids here are walking birth control.
What do I owe you money for?
I play the French horn.
Now, when?
2 a.m. in the morning.
So I told him I would pay him $50 if he paid. Here's what I have for you today. This is called Let's Make a Deal, children's style. Okay, so I have $50 here.
Okay.
All right? Or I have this in this box.
What is it?
It is a bidet toilet seat that your father has been wanting for 2.5 years. So $50 cash, or the happiness your father has been wanting.
Toilet paper.
Yes, and you'll save toilet paper. What a smart child. What a beautiful child. She's so. You can sell it to your dad for $50. That's an even better idea.
Okay, I'll take the toilet.
That's my boy.
Jim, you want to loan me $50?
I will loan you $50. Here's $50. Pay your son, you cheap so-and-so.
Wow.
Here's your $50.
I'm keeping this toilet. It's mine.
I love this child. I love this. People, if you're watching this is how you can mentor a
I will
child.
take.
This kid totally scored. There you go. That's how you mentor children, ladies and gentlemen. You just offer them enough money, they'll do anything for you.
I know, I couldn't believe it.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Lisa-
exactly.
That's
So the
perfect.
kid ended up with the $50 and the bidet toilet.
Yeah, can you believe he totally smoked his
That was
dad
kind of
at
a
the end
deal.
there? I
And
thought
he-
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he wanted the toilet in his bathroom, not in
Yeah.
the parents' bathroom.
Yeah.
His bathroom.
He was rocking it.
Lisa had a good comment.
So, yeah, go for it.
If you ever give my kids that bet, I'm sending them to you.
Exactly.
Are they watching tonight? Because I'd like to talk to their
Exactly.
little special little
Why?
spirit.
Well,
Can
he
you give
plays
me
a
a
French
bet?
horn, doesn't
It's
he?
I would
Brody and
earn 50.
it's Brody and Eli, right?
Right.
Hey, Brody and Eli, I want to talk to you after the broadcast. I've got something for you.
That
Yeah, like
sounds
it- like she's
weird.
gonna let you.
Oh, God.
Matt Gould
Now I
says.
sound like a pedophile.
Matt says I would totally play my French horn if I still had one at 2 a.m. Mostly to wake up my son. That's
my
perfect.
God.
Who else is making? Oh, Michael
Pop-
Scott.
See if I have
Go
it.
ahead.
Papa said Jim doesn't have money.
Michael Scott says, wow, amazing. That's amazing. Yeah,
All right,
pretty cool. I used to rehearse my French horn sitting on the toilet. The best sound in the house, reverb, Matt Gould. Matt, that is awesome. Air high five. Come on, Matt. Hit me.
Oh,
Matt.
wait, we need a line of the day. So
Yeah. Oh, Matt, you're up for line of the day.
That could
We're
be
going to put
line
you
of
up
the
for
day.
line of the day. Remember, you have to be present to win. If you're not there, you virtually can't possess it. Okay. It's Matt Gould, right?
Yes.
All right.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about mentors. But while we were looking for stuff about mentors, this is what Jim found, and it is kind of funny. Some of it seems really inappropriate, but it is Peyton Manning.
Well,
so.
it's the definition. It's a Saturday Night Live bit, but I wanted to show it to everybody because it's the bad mentors we've had in our lives. One of my buddies told me this. He said a guy approached him one time, and he says, one time, but he'd been a friend of his, and he says, I realized after a while the only way he was giving you advice is he was saying, which of my ideas do you like better? Because yours suck.
Right.
But which idea of mine do you like better? Kind of the way he was saying it. So
Yeah.
This is Peyton Manning's spin on that. So enjoy. It's a lot of
Okay,
fun.
here we go.
There you go. We bleeped it for you.
That
There
was
you
Jim
go.
kind of humor.
Yeah, that's my kind of humor, but I thought we've all had those kind of mentors where
Yeah.
they think they're mentoring you, and it's like, I worked for a guy at one point, and I was like, by the end of it, I realized I learned everything what not to do from him.
Right. Well, there you go.
And those
There's
are good.
that.
Those are
Right,
positive.
right.
We did a podcast on this. We didn't talk about this earlier, but we did a podcast that everybody can use a Judas in their life.
Right.
You know, because you think they're these traitors, they're the Benedict Arnolds, they're these horrible people. No, you can learn a lot from those people
absolutely.
too. You can have some very negative people in your life that teach you a lot about life if you're willing to get your filter figured out there. But we're going to put up our mentors
Right.
first, and then we'll go from there, right?
So some of you might know this person. This is Jim's mentor.
Yeah. This guy had a tremendous influence on me and still does, and he's 87 now, for crying out loud. I called him the other day, and he'd been preaching and all this stuff. He preached 3 times a few weeks ago on a Sunday. On one Sunday, he preached 3 times. I can't do that, people.
I know. We were with him one day.
Yeah.
We were out to coffee, and his phone lit up. He was 87 or
85
86.
or 6
Yeah,
or
when
something
we
there. I
were there
forget.
with
Yeah.
him. But I'm like, oh my word. He's written 6 books, and I said, "How many more books do you think you were right?" And he said, I'm 86." He's like, "But I think I have a few more left in me." I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's
"That's
the
amazing."
reason he's important to me is when I met him in 1983, we were beat up. We were on the road from 81 to 83, didn't really have a home. We were like homing pigeons for 3 years. And when we finally landed in Buffalo and met him for the first time coming out of the bus and spent the weekend with him, it was the first church I'd ever been in that had a vision big enough that we could fit in.
Yeah.
It was really amazing because he really wanted to change the whole world.
Yeah.
And that had a tremendous impact on
Yeah,
me.
and the
he-
people he knows.
yeah, he never stops dreaming. So when Debbie died,
crazy.
he reached out to me about every 6 or 8 weeks with something, or called me and said, "You're gonna figure this out. You're gonna walk through this." And he was amazing to me.
He knows
still
so
is.
many epic people.
Yeah.
He's an epic person.
You want
and
to tell
he
him about the
knows
hug
epic
or
people.
not?
Yeah, so the first time Jim's like, before we get married, you need to meet Tommy, and he needs to kind of approve of you and everything. So, the first time I see him, I'm a hugger, and so I went to hug him, and Jim never told me that he doesn't really hug. So
Kinda
I'm
forgot
like
that.
molesting the man, and he's like
I didn't
having
know
nothing.
that.
Yes, and so then. So the whole time, then we would go to lunch. and
We
the
couldn't
whole
get
time-
alone because he put us in the car, so I couldn't tell her he's not a hugger.
I'm in the
We're-
back seat with Wanda, and the whole time I'm thinking, he hates me. He doesn't even like me out of the gate because he was like so standoffish. And then I find Jim later's like, "Oh, he doesn't hug." I'm like, "That you should have told me that before."
Oh my
That was like a
God.
good
Totally
thing
forgot
to
about
tell
it. Totally forgot that. Yeah.
me. Oh well. Learn.
Oh, Stephanie says she's had toxic leadership, but it showed me what type of leader not to be. There you
Not-
go.
not to
That's
be.
really well said,
Yeah.
Steph. Good one. Good one. Matt Gould says Tommy Reed is the Energizer Bunny.
He's the Energizer Bunny.
Michael Scott says, I still remember the tribute you and I worked up roasting TFR as being the Forrest Gump of Christendom. Oh my gosh, yes. Holy cow, what a memory. I'd totally
Holy
forgotten
cow.
that.
All right, so I'm going to go on to.
Yes.
Okay, so mine. Probably a lot of you read mine. This is my grandmother. Actually, that's my sister and my cousin's son Evan. But my grandmother, oh my gosh, she was amazing. Like she was one of those people that literally she took food to people. If she saw somebody like at a bus stop that she knew that they had a long way to go, she would stop and she'd pick them up. Even if she didn't even really know them, she would pick
Yeah.
them up and take them to wherever they had to be. But I'll tell you what, if she got to your house and she was bringing food to your house and you had alcohol, cigarettes, or a dog,
Pet.
or a
Any
pet,
pet, yeah.
basically, she'd be like, I'm not coming back next week. If you can afford that stuff, then you can afford food.
That's pretty
It was
hardcore.
tough. But man, she was amazing. And you know, all of myself and my cousins and my sister,
Yeah.
we all went into the social service industry.
Yeah.
And I really believe that's why. I think it was her influence.
Yeah. Matt Gould made a great statement about Tommy. He says, I lived in the church apartment below Tommy for several months. The pacing at 3 a.m. on a Sunday morning meant I knew the sermon was going to change that morning. So, and I may as well get up early to change some slides.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's absolutely him.
That's
so
cute.
cool.
That's absolutely him. Yeah. He taught me. He has taught me a ton, and I hope he lives another decade or so
Right.
to keep us all on the.
Well, my dad's was my grandma. That's my dad's
Yes.
mom. Yeah, she rocked it too.
I put her
Had
up, and I'll
amazing
read. I'm going to read, so I'm gonna,
Grandparents rock. I'm just.
Yeah.
They do.
So here's what Neil says. Neil says, my stairway walls are lined with the pictures of my heroes, but my favorite is my mom. After my dad died, she sacrificed her life to make sure I had a great life. I wonder where she learned something like that. She taught me a lot of things about life, like how to fish, but most of all, she taught me no matter what happens, trust in Jesus.
Yeah, she had faith that was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Megan Comer, we don't have a picture for her mentor, but she says, mine would be my dad, Stuart Comer, who I knew well as well. He was a mortician in San Diego County. The best stories. I could line you for days, people. Great stories. If you knew him, you loved him. He loved God, and he strived to be an example in everything that he did. He was always positive, always laughing. He always had a joke and a quick smile. He was generous to a fault and loved people. He was everything I aspire to be and more.
Oh.
Megan, I amen that. I just happen to know that one. So, yeah. Who do you got? Who's
Oh,
your
you
next
go
one?
ahead. You name them, and I'll find the people. I think.
Okay, let's see.
Daryl's dad.
Who?
Lydell's.
Oh, Lydell?
Her.
Okay, yeah, Lydell's on. Let me find his Lydell.
I
Oh,
love
man.
Lydell's dad's picture, though. Isn't that just?
Wow.
I know. What a good-looking man.
Good
Oh my
looking.
word. That's a
Lydell, I
great
apologize.
picture.
I don't have the story of your dad. You sent me the picture, but you said he was an influence, and I apologized. I was doing screenshots, and I missed that one, Lydell. But that's his dad. Never had the
Yeah.
privilege of meeting him, though.
No, but man.
That's a sharp-looking guy.
Sharp.
All right,
Yeah,
who else
love
you
that.
got?
Joanna. Herb's.
Let's see if I manage to remember to get Herbs.
He loved. That was his wife who died how many years ago? Maybe about 5.
5, yeah, because Debbie's
Yeah.
been gone 6. She's been gone 5.
Amazing woman, though.
So this is Johanna Thurn. Yeah, she was an incredible woman. Who else you got? And I'll see what I got.
Okay. I'll tell
Sorry.
you what. No, that's
I can
okay.
look it up.
Yeah, pull up her.
Gwendolyn's mom.
It'd be on my page, I think.
Yeah.
Gwen's mom?
Yeah.
Oh, Gwen. Again, probably blew that one. That one came in late
Okay.
as well.
And there's Daryl's dad.
Oh, Daryl's dad. Yep, that was a great story, too. So Daryl's influence was that.
Yeah, there's his
Do you
dad.
have these two?
I love these pictures.
No. So,
Let's go to Jen Rivers. You have that one.
Jen
don't you?
Rivers, yep.
Because
And
that
we-
was a. We love Jen and her husband,
Yes.
Eddie.
Hopefully they're
Eddie
still
went,
on.
He graduated from West Point. I mean, he's done amazing things. And
Yes.
now I think he didn't get his degree in law, just a few years ago.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
and
he's
I
like
think
he's my age.
Yeah,
and-
he's your age, I think.
Yeah.
Here's Herb's.
And she runs a dance studio. I mean, they're just two of those people that you just go, okay, that's.
Herb said, my hero is in life would be my late wife, who put up with me and all of my junk as she prayed me into the kingdom. She was my rudder who guided me through many turbulent times. The Lord blessed me with 61 years of marriage and another 5 before that. Not enough space to say how she is my hero. That's
Yeah,
really good.
that was
That's
really
her.
cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. So you got Jen Rivers
Yeah,
up,
there
their
we go.
family
We'll put
shot.
that one. There we go.
So there's Jen, and that's her husband, Eddie. And Jen says this: my hero has been such a blessing to me, supporting everything I do for the past 35 years. The way he lives his life inspires me every day. Not only is he there for our family during my crisis or my moment of need, he is there for all of his friends and mere acquaintances as well. He steadies me when I sometimes question myself. He lives with integrity and purpose. He shows me truth when I need it, grace when I didn't deserve it, and discernment when I'm too confused to understand. He has definitely taught me the true meaning of love and made all of my dreams come true. My hero is my husband.
I know. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Somebody should copy that and put that on a Hallmark
Yes.
card. That would like
Or
sell
just save it for
immediately.
your husband's birthday. Yeah, honey, I wrote this about you.
Yeah, Adam Gould said, besides Jesus, I would say my grandpa. He did so much, including teaching me to fish and created lifelong memories. Linda Putz, who we've already talked about, and talked about her Aunt Gloria, who passed away, who I knew very well as well. She said, my Aunt Gloria Kruger, she was a great role model. When my own family wouldn't pray with me, she did.
Well, and
And
several
then
people said I think
my mom,
Heidi
yeah,
and Jenny Erickson said your mom.
Yeah, Julie Rebecca says was her dad. His consistent, honest, transparent, forgiving, and genuine. He loves the Lord, his wife, and his children and grandchildren without condition. If you know him, you would agree. I don't have the honor of knowing him.
I have to say, it is very cool that so much of it was family. Like it wasn't like obscure people.
Michael Scott, one of my spiritual mother, Julie Boland Scott. Her commitment to Christ, she modeled and transformed merciful and compassionate life to the scores of teens that God placed in her life throughout the decades. Very cool.
Okay, but we have to go to Susan's story.
Yes.
Yeah, because Susan's story, her mentor, I mean, if you really have to listen to this one, because I think in life we can all say, I can't make a difference. Like, what difference am I going to make in the world? And I think we can all be there where we can feel sorry for ourselves, or especially in a quarantine, we go, what good can I do? But man, her story of her mentor is incredible.
Okay.
And Susan, if you're there, you can chime in. But
Susan's story, if you put the picture up,
I'll put the picture up. There you go.
Susan's story is my neighbor, Emma. So the elderly woman there is Emma. The two boys are Susan's boys. She says, my neighbor, Emma. She wanted to win the world for Christ, but polio kept her from leaving her house. So I'll get emotional here. So she poured her life into a little girl, me. Emma used the only tool she had, her table. She started reading Bible stories to a 5-year-old me. My whole family was redeemed.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, that just makes you want to cry.
That's it.
Drop the mic.
Can we have a commercial break here for a minute, people, as
That's
we just blink?
incredible.
That's really amazing. And Susan, if you're online, I think you're still here. Tell us any update or any other thing you want to add to that, and I'll read it out loud.
Yeah, that's an amazing
That's
story.
powerful
That's
stuff,
when you
Susan.
realize, you know what, if you're not making a difference, because...
Well, Susan lives that out, too. Susan has given her
Susan
whole
lives it
life to change the
her
world.
husband.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
They are constantly doing that. They have been extremely kind to everybody I've ever been
Right.
around them with. They've just been amazing people.
Yeah, they're definitely a power couple, and they make a huge difference.
Yeah, David called me this last week and says, I got this guy I want you to reach out to. That's very David,
Yeah.
saying, if
Oh,
I'm changing the world, I'd
absolutely.
like you to change the world, too. It's very
Yeah.
David.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fun to be around. We
Yeah,
love
they
them.
are. They're
Yeah,
infectious.
they are definitely infectious.
said.
Oops,
Oh, we
sorry
forgot
about
to turn
that.
off.
I forgot
That's my
one.
bad.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah. Just put that up for you in case
I
you wanted to
know.
remember
Exactly.
to do that for Sunny.
Okay.
Linda Putt says, great story, Susan. Yep. And thank you, Mike. Julie says, thank you, Mike. Heidi Erickson says, I had trouble uploading the picture of your mom and grandma.
Yes. No, I don't know if we read that one. Go ahead.
Sorry, that's the best we could do. The rest of them we didn't get in
Yeah.
time, you guys. You got to kind of be before 5:30
But you guys should
Eastern.
go on
but
and
yeah.
read some of the comments. It's on Jim's Facebook page.
Yeah,
Oh,
please do.
wow.
They're really cool. They just
Right.
motivate you because we all need mentors. And right now, especially, I don't know if your mentors have reached out to you. Maybe they're not on the planet anymore. And if they did reach out to you, you probably should call me. But be that as it may, the cool part is we need those people and we need those heroes and we need the new word they use is influencers.
Right. Exactly.
So when you have those people in your life, man, your life can go a whole lot easier. And
we do have a little montage, and it's from movie clips of
Yeah.
mentors, and it
Yeah.
really it's about 2 minutes.
So hold on before we show it. So these are real. There's our powerful lines. But I want you to give me some lines that have changed your life. Sid's seen me do this in movies.
Yeah.
I'll lean forward and I'll turn my phone and I'll write something down that will just impact me, and I'll be able to do something off of it, off the movie. Be able to do a podcast on it or something.
Right.
Yes.
You guys asked me who my mentor was, and
It was me. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
She now likes to be center of attention.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. And we always say it takes a village to make somebody. But I feel like God placed mentors throughout my life through times that I needed them. Does
Oh,
that
that's a
make
great
sense?
point.
They're
Yeah.
like mile markers, maybe.
Yeah,
there you
like-
go.
Yeah, that would be fair.
No
Yeah.
offense, but when my parents were going through a divorce, I had a great teacher who literally took me under her wing.
She was incredible.
And I literally would stay at her house, like she would feed me dinner. Literally was just more of a family atmosphere. And then now at college, I have a wonderful lady who's teaching me just like what I want to do. I really would take over her job. Like she's just preparing me for life, and she checks on me spiritually and all that kind of stuff. So I just think people come in my life at certain times, and I'm okay with that.
That's a great
good.
comment. And you know,
Yeah.
it's funny because both of those women are very similar,
We've been-
personality-wise and everything. So,
We've been listening to a new artist that one of her friends introduced us to,
Yeah.
and his name
Ben Rector.
Ben Rector. If you haven't heard his stuff, we love his stuff. He's kind of
Yeah.
the old genre of singer-songwriter
Yeah.
stuff, but he has
James
that.
Taylor kind of a feel.
There you go. Yeah, he has that song that we love that we put on repeat. You can't make old friends.
You can't make old friends.
It's a great line. You can't make old friends.
Oh,
And so
man.
a lot of you referred to people who are old friends. Some of you talked about new ones. Rolf is on now, and he said Reverend Peterson and Dave Palmquist. Dave Palmquist just passed away. He was a missionary that greatly influenced our lives. He was my Sunday school teacher as a kid, Sid, and he went to the Philippines with the film, the Jesus film. It was a 40-minute film, and he traveled for 50-plus years all throughout those islands and showed that film and saw tens of thousands of people come to Christ. But
That's
Reverend
cool.
Peterson was my pastor. I know Rolf from back in the old days, but Reverend Peterson was a evangelist / pastor in Minnesota that was just a powerful guy. So
That's
those are
amazing.
great ones, Rolf. Thanks for bringing those up.
All right, so here we go. We're
Hold
gonna
it.
run-
Hold on.
okay.
We got a note. We got a great note from Susan Wells. Sorry to
Oh,
interrupt
okay,
you.
so she's the one that we're talking
Yeah.
about. That
Susan Wells just said, Emma never gave up. She poured thousands of hours into me. She told me I could change the world. She told me the husband I should look for, nothing less than the best.
oh, and you got the best.
Well, did she specify that you had to marry a ginger? Because these two are gingers, and they got married, and they produced these ridiculously ginger children that are
They're
like
beautiful.
storybook ginger children. It's awesome. Susan, it's an honor to have you in our lives. She says to Sydney, she says, right on, Sydney, a constellation of mentors through life.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow,
Like
I
the
really
stars.
like that.
Yeah.
You got to steal that.
Yeah,
I like
love.
that.
Susan's on fire. She's not
You are
drinking.
good.
I think
not-
she deserves line of the day almost.
Susan
so
might get
far.
line of the day, and she wasn't drinking. This is a sober moment for Susan. It's a joke,
What's
people.
funny
It's a joke.
Is I love stars. Like I love stargazing.
Oh, there
Love
you go.
it.
So constellation. There you go.
All right, constellation. All right.
All right, that was good,
That was
Susan.
All right,
Oh,
here's
Man, your
before you
story's
hit
amazing.
before you hit this video,
I
we
think
want
he said that like 10 times. So.
shush.
He's on.
No, but I want people to be thinking of a movie line as you watch through these other lines. Give me a movie line that really affected you. Not something stupid like "We don't need no stinking badges."
I love
we don't
that
want
line.
that. That's her line all the time. We don't need
Don't
no
ask me what
stinking
it's
whatever. Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
my
Yeah.
That's right.
So give us a good movie line that influenced you. Here we go.
Hit it.
Hit it. Go.
Yeah, okay.
Roll the tape.
Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
I never saw your future, only its possibilities. You have such a capacity for goodness. Arrogance and fear still keep you from learning the simplest and most significant lesson of all.
Which is?
It's not about you.
You don't know about real loss, because that only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
True courage is about knowing not when to take a life, but when to spare one.
Because some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Either you karate do yes, or karate do no. You karate do gesso, just like grip.
There is a deep magic more powerful than any of us that rules over all of Narnia. It defines right from wrong and governs all our destinies. Yours and mine.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
Any other questions?
Oh my gosh! There you go. It was so beautiful. And then
No, that last one, you got to throw that in. It's just perfect.
Dodgeball.
We have a correction.
Okay.
We are not often corrected, but we got corrected from Rolf. He corrected me. He said Dave Palmquist. It's actually Dwight who passed away, who was the missionary in the Philippines.
okay.
Dave Palmquist is still on the planet. His death has been
let's make
prematurely
that
recorded
right.
by yours truly.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everybody-
We gotta get that one
Glad you
right.
corrected
Yeah,
that.
please.
Yes.
That's probably a good point.
We got to get that right. So send me some of your movie lines as we're talking here that have impacted your life. I mean, there are so many of them that we use in teaching young people, and there were some great lines in there. Do or do not. There is no try. It's a great line.
Baby steps.
Baby steps from Bob. What about Bob? My wife's
Baby
lines we
steps.
find are usually pretty deep.
I know.
They're like, what about Bob and Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, exactly. We don't need no stinking badges.
So every time Mom and I watch a movie and they have like one line, we'll just cry. Like, that's it. We're done.
Exactly.
Criers.
Exactly. That's kind of how I felt when I heard Susan's story. I'm like, oh my word, I could have just bawled. That just was beautiful.
Yeah. Susan's got great stuff.
What were you gonna say?
No, nothing. That's good.
I was like, I know.
I'm just picking it up.
Something to say something.
Yeah.
Profound. I was waiting for something profound.
Is there a movie
from
line
you.
that you can think of, Jim?
I was trying to think of, oh my gosh. Another good line that it's in the context of the movie is Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, the third one, where he meets with the old man trying to figure out which is the cup, the chalice, you know. And he finally says, choose wisely your decisions. And I've used that with young people. It's like you have all these options, and the Nazi goes for the pretty cup because he goes, oh, this would be, he would be a classy man, he would be this. And then Harrison Ford goes, no, he was a carpenter. It would have been this wooden, it would have been this cup.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, see how sad her life is.
I've let
She's
her
watched
down.
Friends. We got no lines from Friends.
I know. Oh, we have
Take a
tons of
lot.
lines.
Yes, exactly. Really?
How you doing?
There you go.
I mean,
Yeah,
classics.
I realize Mom doesn't have a lot of mushy lines like we do.
We got one. You are the wind beneath my wings.
Oh,
That's a good one.
is a
Yep.
great
Where's
line.
that from?
Pandora was thinking baby steps the same time you said
Baby
it.
steps. Baby steps.
And then Linda Putt says,
It
run,
works.
Forrest, run. Seriously, Orlando. Seriously.
What is that? The box of chocolates. How does that line go?
That's Forrest Gump. But Heidi, you were giving me a movie line. There's not a day goes by that I don't ask for God's forgiveness? Or are you having an issue right now? Is it an issue or is it the movie line? I'm thinking it's a movie line. I don't know. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Oh,
That's
what's that
it.
from?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest
yeah.
Gump. Yep.
Yeah. Classic movie.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the questions we do have for you while we're doing all this is what chore?
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. I have it here somewhere. I wanted to put this
It's a deep question today.
I have all
I love
these
how we go
questions.
from serious to like.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a little humor.
Yeah.
What chore
exactly.
do you absolutely hate doing? So you have to weigh in on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
exactly.
chore, right there, do you hate doing?
Do you absolutely hate
Oh,
doing?
absolutely hate doing.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be like?
What would it be for us?
I'll see.
Well, I have
Sid
to tell you.
has a problem with the word chore. In general, just the word chore.
What do you do?
Oh, seriously?
Seriously.
I do more.
So
Really?
anyway,
You empty the trash a lot?
So Sydney, why Sydney's been
house.
here?
See, nothing.
I've had to cook.
Yeah, cook.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Cook would be hers.
Exactly.
She has
It's
me on
chore.
a diet.
It is.
So if she has to have me on a diet.
I put her on the diet.
Yeah.
She asked me.
Yeah, she did. She asked her. Yes.
But anyhow, cooking is my least favorite thing. And see, the thing is you got to go buy the groceries. You can bring them home, and then you got to
No,
put
you
them
can
away.
order them now. Don't give her that.
I know. So then
She
she's
can
like, "We
order
can
them.
order them online." But I go, that just seems like cheating.
You know that line that we've heard, which is like, I have things in my refrigerator to make food, but I don't have food. You know,
I know.
that's kind of us.
And what's funny is I'm really a healthy eater, and so I have to cook a lot. But for some reason, it just seems like it's been more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
anyhow,
been
what's
more
the chore?
lately.
Yeah, what's the
While
chore?
we're talking about this seriousness, be thinking about these. You can lament to us.
Chris and Linda are finally here. Where the heck have you been, dude? All right, Chris just came up with a line.
Chris, I have something for you at the end.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Sydney, here is one for you. She is his lobster.
Oh, where's that from?
What's it from?
She is
His lobster.
his lobster.
I'm guessing Friends. I don't know.
Oh, it is. Isn't it from Friends? She is his lobster. What was that?
Oh yes, because they're fighting like on a break. They like fought because he believed
Do
that he
lobsters
wasn't on a
mate for
break.
life?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
do
what
lobsters
it
mate
was.
for
Yes,
Oh,
that's what it was.
there you
She
go.
is his
Jimmy,
lobster.
step
Okay, some other ones are, let's see. Adam
okay.
hates doing the dishes.
Pandora hates dusting.
Dish.
Oh, yeah,
keep it
dusting.
there.
I always break something when I dust. Levon used to not allow me to dust
I'm telling you why.
because I always break something when I dust.
What?
He hits me on the head. I should start counting how many times the man hits me. And I know he loves me, but I swear there's times it's like, did you do that on purpose? Because you almost knocked me out there.
Oh, you mean from my personal
Yes,
space? Yeah.
his personal
Yeah,
space. So
it's weird.
He breaks things a lot.
I think I have a bit of Tourette's. I was on a double date one time in high school with a couple I didn't know at all, and the guy had Tourette's, but he kept barking and doing this, so don't move. And he would go, "Ah!" like this to his girlfriend right over there. We're riding in this teeny little Volkswagen Bug, and we'd be driving around, have this conversation. He'd be going, yeah, and like the other day I was in math class, boom! And we do that. And I said, has he ever hit you? And she goes, no, he's never hit me. And I'm like, this is the weirdest date I've ever been
Did
on.
he have orangutan arms? You know what I mean?
Well,
Because
we're in a
they may not-
Bug. We're in a Volkswagen Bug.
Your
so,
arms are just like...
my arms are a little long.
long.
They drag.
They're a little long.
Rick, go ahead.
Orangutan arms.
Heidi said cleaning out the litter box.
Oh, yeah, that would be brutal. I'd
And
get rid of
then
the cat.
She
Yeah.
said, I love cooking. And then Linda said laundry.
Oh, Gwen says cleaning the garage. Yeah.
I have thought about taking a cooking class. I thought maybe that would help me with my desire to cook.
Rick Lang used a line. I use it a lot too. It's a great. You've heard me say it. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
What's it from?
From Oz.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Oz. Yep. No,
Wizard
you have to
of
say
Oz.
the Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz,
Not
not just Oz.
No,
Yes.
we don't
He's
do
right.
Oz.
Good
here.
point.
Susan
point.
Wells
Oh.
says ... bathing Dave.
Okay, let's just keep going.
We're just moving on. Moving on. I've got a visual there, people.
I love it.
What does Julie Scott say? Cutting my dog's nails. Lost too many fingers, so we now have a groomer who is the first person I see when she opens.
Oh my God.
I think we should pray for Judy tonight.
I got to tell you, I remember I hurt our dog one time really bad when I was cutting his toenails.
Linda Putz gives us a line. I'm melting. How could a good girl like you be so cruel?
I don't know that one.
I'm melting.
Oh, do you think that's the Wicked Witch of the
Well, I'm
West?
melting, but how could a good girl like you be so... Oh,
Oh,
I bet
Because she's melting at the end, yeah.
Wow.
Let's go. Wow.
I remember
I didn't even remember that was
yeah.
the whole line.
Yeah.
I just thought, I'm melting.
Oh my gosh, here's a great line Gwen put in. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Oh, that's like the other one. You can't handle the truth.
Oh, that's Tom
Yeah.
Cruise, but the one she gave is Dirty Harry
Dirty Harry.
as Clint Eastwood. That's a great one. So we're getting a mix here of lines of movies and stuff you hate doing. So if you're
All at
just
the same
joining
time.
us, we want to know what chore you hate doing, especially
I have
during
it on there. What chore do you
quarantine.
absolutely
Oh,
hate
Michael
doing?
Scott, one of your favorites. Have fun storming a castle.
Oh,
We do that all the time.
You
Love
guys say
that.
that all
We do it.
the
That's,
time.
yeah,
And then he
Princess
says-
Bride, classic movie.
Oh, is that where that's from?
from? Yeah, Princess
when
Bride.
they say have fun storming the castle, the background dialogue, I forgot this part, Michael, good catch. He goes, you think it'll work? The wife says to Billy Crystal, and Billy Crystal says, it'll take a miracle. Those are such great lines. That movie
Those
is
characters
awesome.
are really cute, too.
Oh, and Eileen said one for you, Sid. Let it go, let it go.
Oh,
From Frozen.
Frozen.
Oh, Adam
We all
Gould.
need that.
Okay, what's this from, you guys? I feel the need for speed.
Oh, isn't that,
Come on.
oh, isn't it from the show Speed in the movie?
No. Oh, I'm so
Need for
sorry, Adam.
Speed.
They're so off.
Beep.
It's Top Gun.
Oh,
It's Tom Cruise.
Top Gun.
I feel the
I've heard
need.
of it.
I'm beginning to wonder if we watched any great movies.
Oh my gosh, Patty Godbout had a great
Watch
one.
Happy Gilmore.
Disney.
Patty Godbout gave a great line. We are who we choose to be. Green Goblin from Spider-Man. That's nice.
We are who we
That's
choose
nice.
to be. There
Yep.
is a lot of truth to that.
Wow,
isn't there?
well said. All right, who else has got great movie lines that impacted you? Rolf got it. Yep, Top Gun.
Yeah.
Gwen says you're going to need a bigger boat from Jaws.
Oh, that's a great.
Yeah,
that's a
terrifying
great
when you are 9 years old.
one. Terrifying.
That was a great movie.
Terrifying.
You know David Craner's?
No,
And
what
I
is
can
his?
still watch that
Oh, there
movie,
it
and
is.
you can see how fake it looks, but it still scares me.
What movie?
Jaws.
Never seen it.
See, it's tragic. David
That's what
Craner
she said.
says, where we're going, we don't need roads.
I
What
knew
is it?
this one.
Yeah, who's it from?
I don't
What's
know
it
that
from?
one.
David,
Really?
this is so
I
tragic.
know
We
this
don't
one.
need roads.
Come on.
Oh,
We
and
should-
Back to the Future.
Yeah, there
We
you
should
go.
rewatch those. I haven't seen those in
Yeah,
a
those are
long
good.
time.
Yeah. Okay, these are great, you guys. If you got some other lines, Lydell says, wow, Lydell, you're going to date yourself on this one. They ain't going to get this one at all. What we have here is a failure to communicate.
I've heard the line.
I've used it.
What is it?
I believe it's from The Graduate, isn't it, Lydell? Help me out here. And your buddy Bob now, who joins late.
I see dead people.
No, the
oh no,
bottom
that's
one.
Gwendolyn. Badges. We don't need no stinking badges. I love that movie. See, there's another classic line. I won't
Okay.
say it, but it's another line. That
So
describes
Lydell,
it.
you got to weigh in, or somebody has to weigh in. What's the line? This is the line. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Okay, Lydell brought the line in, and it is, oh my gosh, Cool Hand Luke. Oh man, that is awesome.
Herb says he doesn't do any chores. I
He
want
has
to live at
chores
your
Oh,
when
house.
I've
he
seen
gets
his house
here.
since his wife's. Yeah, it's not good.
But he gives some chores.
I know, he
here.
does a lot of chores here.
It's like the Munsters house up there where Herb's living. I'm telling you, it's a little sketchy up there. Rolf says, the way Robin Williams says, "Good morning, Vietnam."
Yeah.
Okay, now Bob Atwood gives us another movie line. Where's this from, guys? Lighten up, Francis.
Lighten up, Francis.
I don't know. Is that a Friends line?
I don't know. Lighten up, Francis. I don't know that one either.
Michael Scott slams you, Sydney. Did you see that?
What did he say?
Michael Scott says, Sydney, total millennials, not seen Jaws.
Hey,
okay, so I have to tell you, when Sydney was little, well, really just until about a year ago, Sydney wouldn't watch much but Disney.
I like to think happy thoughts.
She's just a happy, so anything that was just at all, like, even some of the Disney, she's like, if the bad villain, there's always, like, a bad person in there.
I have a confession. From 81 to 93, when we lived in a bus, I think Gary and I saw every movie ever made. Okay, so when I start then dating this woman and we want to go to movies,
I'm not a movie person.
The child who she has been
not.
called.
I rather
in fairness
sit.
to her, she is.
I rather sit and talk. He just sleeps the whole time, so don't give him that.
She's boring.
Like he's seen every movie.
Next slide.
That's great
That's
stuff.
all right. To move on.
Aaron Free has changed our subject for us. Whatever happened to Miss Hogwallop? I guess she was looking for answers. I have no idea what that's from. Aaron Free has the most bizarre lines of anybody I've ever met. I think he was struck in the head quite a bit as a child.
So I says the guy.
He said it earlier.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Rick Lang gave us a line. You guys tell me what movie this is from. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Leave the gun.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Is that from Godfather?
I don't know.
I bet it's Godfather. I don't know.
My mom might be watching. She would know.
And Rick Lang. Okay, Michael Scott says, when you wish upon a star, Jim wishes the Disney movies would go far, far away. That is
Papa
really
said
true.
that.
Fear causes hesitation, and hesitation will cause you worse to come true.
Your worst fear to come true? Who said it?
I don't know. Where's that from, Dad? I don't know that one either.
Oh, it's Neil? Okay. Well, it's going to be a black and white film. Neil's kind of old.
What are some of the ones that you have?
Oh,
that
dear Lord.
No, the ones about, like, Scott Weiss, and that's his ringtone.
Oh, pink. Oh, no, that one. I have his ringtone of, you filthy animals.
You filthy animals.
You filthy animals.
But there's more to it.
Yeah, no, I can't remember the first part. That's from, oh my gosh, Home Alone.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
from
it's
Home
Home
Alone.
Oh, that's right. Don't you have one for Tim that's Vacation Family?
Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Chris Soderlund. I remember this. He worked at Blockbuster. And he was a manager there.
Awesome.
And his record was 5 movies in one 8-hour day.
Wow.
Yeah, Chris had issues. Point Blank. Oh, it's from Point Blank, Neil says. Nana says that.
I don't know if I know that.
Okay. Keep the change, you filthy animal. That's the full line, Ronnie.
It was
Thank
from
you.
Godfather.
Oh, it was Godfather, Ralph says.
See, Mom would know.
Aaron's line was from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? We got to give Aaron's line again. What the heck?
Read Michael Scott.
Aaron Free says, whatever happened to Miss Hogwallop? I guess she was looking for answers.
And what is that from?
It's from, I just said it. It's from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, that fits that
Did you
movie.
read Michael Scott's?
No, what's he saying?
When you wish upon a star, ... Jim wishes the Disney movies would go far, far, far away.
She's a millennial. She totally missed that. We already read that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did, but that's okay. I know.
Aaron Free, I do remember this line from the movie. I thought you were a toad. Remember?
a toad?
From Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? They find the clothes and there's a toad by the clothes. I thought you were a toad.
Oh, it's a deep movie.
Oh, starred Patrick Swayze. Yes, Point Blank. That's right. Ronnie Smith, thanks. You're awesome. I never got to see a complete movie. Judy says, I never got to see a complete movie. Always waiting on the youth group. Get me Pepsi. I need more popcorn. Yeah, not good at movies. So she had to keep getting food for everybody out at the concession stand. That's pretty funny.
Jim does that a lot.
Yeah. Hey, leave the millennials alone, says Ronnie. He's clearly a millennial. I'm surprised, Ronnie, but he comes late and leaves early,
I have
like
to
every
tell
other
you,
millennial.
In defense of Sydney, she watches a lot of the old, like
She
White
does.
Christmas. That's a
Yeah,
one that we
that-
watch.
it's a must, yeah.
every year she tried to watch it with her friends. Yeah, they were like, yeah, no.
They hated it.
They hated it. So Sydney will watch a lot of old movies with us. She's kind
I
of
watch
an
a
old
lot of
soul.
I watch a lot of old shows. And
She watches a lot of old ones with us.
Did we get any other line of the day candidates from that whole little montage there, you think?
Oh, I don't know. I forget sometimes to do that.
I
you
think
know?
Susan won.
Susan? Well,
Yeah. Actually, I think more people could get it though.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Ronnie Smith.
That's a true.
That's a true.
That's a true.
That's true.
Oh, Heidi Erickson says, when I stepped out into the bright sunlight. I don't know what
Yeah, I
movie
don't know
that's
that
from.
one either.
When I stepped out into the bright sunlight. I have no idea.
Yeah. All right.
That's interesting.
I know I'm still not getting the comments.
Oh,
I have to
she's
just
having
rely
trouble
on
with it.
you guys. To
All right, you guys are great. Now,
read
Aaron
that.
Free is another one.
Yeah.
Those sirens loved you up and turned you into a toad. That's from the same movie, your brother. Aaron, do you have any other lines from any other movies? Are we just stuck on that one? Actually, Nathan is his son. Nathan, if you're sitting near him right now, would you just slap him on the back of the head because he's like stuck? We got to do a control alternate delete on him and boot him back up. Bob Atwood's got another one. Well, ain't it a small world, spiritually speaking? Pete and Delmar had just been baptized and saved. I guess I'm the only one that remains unaffiliated. That's from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Yep.
I don't know that movie.
It's a Coen Brothers film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Pandora comes up with Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, that's a
Apollo
yeah.
13, right?
Right. That's great. That's a great line.
Then Beth says, I don't think you know the definition of that word. Yes. Oh, what's the word again? Inconceivable. Inconceivable. I don't think you know what the definition of that word is, Princess
You
Bride.
do another imitation from that movie, don't you? From the guy who was marrying him.
Marriage is a sacred ceremony. I plan to do the entire wedding of Sydney's
No.
in that voice. So,
You are definitely not going to be
with a bullhorn, people.
No,
With a bullhorn.
With a
not
bullhorn.
allowed
Jesus
to.
created.
No.
The bullhorn was not invented. It was created.
Created.
That's right.
Right.
No, can you promise me that now?
No, I can't even. I have no control over
Okay,
him.
Aaron Free has another movie line. Here Comes Johnny.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
that
I
was
don't know where it's
from,
Come on.
Shining. The Shining.
The Shining. Scary movie,
That's
man.
right.
Yeah, that's a little disturbing.
Adam
That
Gould has stop rhyming. I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? Remember that? That's from Princess Bride as well. He's the one guy who's always yelling at the big guy, stop rhyming, because he just turns everything into a rhyme.
I don't remember that line.
Oh my gosh.
I told you Princess Bride's coming up
Oh.
on Disney.
We have had,
Oh, it is.
that's right.
Yes.
We have had
In a couple
something.
weeks.
We have had a first.
What's that?
A first in our program right now. So I don't know how many episodes we're in, but we have a first where Adam Gould and Ronnie Smith gave the same line from a movie at the same time.
Oh my word, they did.
Stop rhyming. I mean it. Anybody want a peanut?
Well,
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
That might be line of the day. That might be a double line of the day. I don't
so
know.
wait a minute.
Adam?
So that was from Princess Bride?
Yeah, that's Princess Bride.
I can't wait to see that.
Bob
again. I'm
At-
gonna watch for that line.
Bob Atwood's movie quote is deceitful, two-faced she-woman. Never trust a female, Delmar. Remember that one simple precept, and your time with me will not have been ill spent. That is some great script, though, in that movie, man. Uh-oh, Dale Metters is going to have a good line, so
Yeah.
hold on, people. We're going to read
This is
it.
a good one.
Do you feel lucky today, punk? Well, do you? I got to tell
Well,
you,
do ya?
Dale, you're late. We already did that line.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
Did you get that one?
Yep.
I don't remember
Mom, I
that
didn't
line.
hear
It's
the
from
thing
Dirty
that he
Harry.
read.
Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry, yeah. Dale, you're late on that. I'll
Oh,
give you
you
a
know
chance to
Dirty
redeem
Harry.
yourself with
No,
a better
you
line.
wouldn't watch that one now.
All right,
Sometimes
Chris,
someone said
do you see what
Grease or
Chris says
something.
to you, Sid? Sydney,
No, I
you need
can't
to
see.
understand that Jim will either pastor your wedding or he will be giving a toast. Think about it.
Or both.
That's an air high five right there, buddy. That's an
I'm
air high
telling
five.
ya.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
That's
telling
pretty
you.
good.
No, the thing is, he'll do both. So I might as well have one control over one, and
I know.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. I might have to muzzle him that day.
We might have to have a lot of. There will be. I don't know. People will be drugged that day.
Aaron Free gave us another line, but I don't even know how to read it, Aaron. Whatever happened to Miss Hogwallop? She up and run off. That I think is what it
Run
is.
oft.
But it's
R-U-N-N-O-F-T.
RUNNOFT.
Yeah.
Oh, Linda Putz says, nobody leave this place without singing the blues. I don't know what that is. Is that Patrick
I love that
Swayze?
you guys are stumping him.
Is that Roadhouse? Is that Patrick Swayze, Linda? What's that line, you guys? Nobody leave this place without singing the blues.
See, these are all older movies, and they don't really have a meaning. Ours nowadays have meanings.
Did she just say that?
Yeah.
Is she even serious?
I've seen the dribble she
Really?
watches. Oh, dear Jesus.
Really? I gotta tell you, these superhero action movies where they're
Yeah,
just
there's
throwing
nothing.
things at each other and fighting to the nth degree. I'm like,
talked about that with
my
Star Wars,
word,
yeah.
are they almost
Yeah.
done? Like, I just can't.
I got to tell you,
No
the
meaning.
last episode of Star Wars, both of you and I, by the end where they're having the big battle between, I don't know
Right.
who they are, the good and the evil.
Yeah.
By the end, we're both, you wanted to stand up in the theater and just yell, just one of you kill the other one. We really don't care.
I know. Do we sound old or what? Because
No,
I
it wasn't even
so
interesting.
done.
I was so done with that film. If you build it, he will come. What's it from?
Oh, that was they go. It's Kevin Costner. They're in the field.
Field of Dreams.
Field of
Oh,
I have
Linda
a-
says that line was from Adventures in Babysitting. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Adventures in Babysitting. That used to be
Yeah.
one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
I would
Bob
see that.
Atwood, I love this movie. See if
too.
Sid knows it. We're on a mission from God. What is it? We got a pack of cigarettes and some other things, and we're wearing dark sunglasses. We're on a mission from God. It's the Blues Brothers.
I
Yeah.
love
got
that
it.
movie.
Yeah, she got it.
We watched that movie in high school because isn't it the girl that sings in it? Sings the song. What is her name?
That sings the song.
Yeah, the
in
like
movie.
most famous song in the movie.
Oh,
Well, do you know what I'm talking about?
what
No.
woman sings a song in Blues Brothers?
Isn't it Blues
Well,
Brothers?
there's a bunch of women that sing.
remember
Aretha
that.
Franklin is
The
in
Heart.
there.
Oh, Aretha Franklin. Yeah,
I
in
love
there.
that song.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
That's my favorite part.
that's a great one.
Ronnie Smith says, "Watch your top knot." That's a line. I don't know what that's from, Ronnie. That's a good one.
All right, so who got line?
Well, line of the day, we have Matt Gould with about the toilet. I'm trying to remember what it was about the toilet. I only wrote the word toilet.
That's super helpful.
Something about...
That's super.
A toilet.
Yeah, well, the toilet that we gave away, the bidet. So it was
Okay.
something back there. Matt, if you can remember your line,
I
give
know.
it back to me. And then Susan, where she said a constellation of mentors, which I'm pretty sure she stole out of a fortune cookie in an Asian restaurant.
Dad, I think, also had a line, but I gotta tell you,
He did.
Susan's lines, like
Susan
that's.
line's got it.
I think we gotta give it to Susan.
For those of you that are new to the show, we give away a tooth virtually. We don't ship it to you because we're cheap. We can barely afford a light. This is actually a flashlight that's shining on us right there. It's a flashlight. But this tooth is going to be yours, Susan, and because you want it on a Friday, you can emotionally and mentally and spiritually, if you would like, possess this until Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then you have to surrender it emotionally to the next recipient Monday night. So her line was for Sydney, which was Constellation of Mentors. Or if you're from Indiana, they say, Northern Indiana, they don't say mentors, they say menors. Menners.
Constellation
We
Menners.
just drop the T's. We don't believe in
Right.
T's up in Northern
Buttons.
Indiana.
Buttons.
Wheaton.
Dayton.
Yep, there
That's
you
it.
go.
So what else?
Exactly. All right. Well, we gotta
Right,
start
yeah.
wrapping up there, little fella.
All right, little
He
fella.
wants to play.
Yeah,
if
There
you
was
guys
some
could
great
entertain
lines.
him, I would really like that. I would
Seriously?
probably pay people to entertain.
This is why.
Seriously?
See, this is
My
why
hair
you
is
need to get
falling.
an
We got to end the
iPhone.
show.
Oh,
What?
he needs
Because
an iPhone.
you need an iPhone because then people could actually FaceTime you instead of Bob FaceTiming you on the little thing. He could FaceTime you and we wouldn't have to talk.
Right. Well, we have thought about doing a Zoom call with everybody.
Yes, we'd like you to weigh in on that if
Yeah,
you would.
we'd like a big
We're thinking
Zoom.
about doing a Zoom call and get everybody rolling in on this and see
Yeah.
how we can go crazy with that.
Exactly.
So it's been great to have everybody here. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the videos that we put together for you on Menners.
Menners.
Yeah, that was fun. And the movie line one, and then also the Peyton Manning one. So we're going to try to find stuff like that. Please send us stuff that you think is cool or unique. We don't send us stuff that 87 million people have seen. We're trying to find unique things. And the whole point of this broadcast is to just
You guys have sent some great
We've
stuff.
had some great stuff. So thank you for
Heidi and
doing
Jenny
that.
sent us a
We
lot of
also would
fun
really
stuff.
appreciate it if you would share the episode. So when this thing goes into the can in a minute here, if you would just hit the share button, put it up on your Facebook page, and let some other people enjoy it, that would be great for us. We're not asking for anything, and there's no money involved or anything like that. We're just trying to do it to make people laugh and to share a bit of the personality of Jesus, where he created monkeys and parrots and all kinds of funny stuff. So that's where we're coming from. So we're going to close it with a word of prayer.
Yes.
And do we have anybody in specific we need to pray for? Or we're just
Well,
going to pray this thing
pray
will be
that
over.
Rick's mom is doing
Rick,
better. That's awesome.
Rick Lang's mom. We thank the Lord for that. So Jesus, we thank you for your presence in our lives. We thank you, Lord, for healing. We thank you for laughter. We thank you that you have used a lot of things in my life to bring humor. We thank you that we have learned from good mentors and from bad mentors, Lord. You teach us through both of those. I ask now that you would go through this line right now, and for those that are just down and feel like this is never going to end and they've been beating their head on a wall, Lord, we know you can bring comfort to us and bring joy to us, Father, in Jesus' name. So maybe we do the happy dance, Lord, today. And we thank you, Lord, for your kindness to us and your love. In Jesus' name, and everybody said, amen.
Amen. All right, so Sydney's not going to be with us much longer.
No.
She's headed up north to start her internship and go hang out with her other family.
I think she's one more episode or two.
Probably,
One.
well, it depends on like what she's willing
If
to
she
do with us.
feels like it, is what she says.
Yeah.
She feels like
She's taking 2 classes, so
Yeah,
we'll
so if
give
you
her
put
that.
some notes in and say you need to see her, that'd be fine.
All right, but we do have something for you, Chris and Linda. Well, it's for all of you, but I thought
Yes.
our disco dancer might appreciate this, so we're going to leave you with this.
We love this. Yep. So enjoy. See you Monday at 7 o'clock. We'll
All
send you
right.
your question.
Bye, all.
Thanks,
Love you
everybody.
guys.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Well, you can tell by the way I wash my hands, I'm corona-free, won't take no chance. Toilet paper, latex gloves, I've been ready for this since I was born. And now it's alright, it's okay. You may look the other way. You can try to understand the coronavirus effect on man. Whether your brother, whether your mother, you're staying inside, staying inside. Feel the city breaking and everybody shaking, we're staying inside, staying inside.